FC25 has really all been about fun, bro. Us having fun, us kind of, listen, yo. It's 2025, bro. And men has not dropped a rage video all year. You know what I'm saying? I haven't ranted. I haven't really dropped rage videos. I haven't rage sold. I really haven't done nothing like that because I've just been trying to have a lot of fun with FC25. I haven't been trying to rage about EA and yell about EA and rant about this and rant about that. But today is one of those days where we have to rage sell players due to what EA is doing, and it sucks, bro. If you guys don't know, EA has released that they are dropping a patch, and in this patch, they are going to buff a few things, and they're gonna nerf a few things. And first, I wanna say, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy, AA9 Skills. Welcome back to the Road for Champions RTG Edition, and I must say to you guys that the meta of FC25 is about to change in a major way, absolutely insane way, crazy way. Everything's about to completely flip-flop change. Why? Because the first thing that they're changing, which I personally like, is players that are, you know, when you're ahead with Mbappe and then like a 75 rated center back catches up to you, supposedly they're changing that. Supposedly players are not going to be able to catch up that easily. That's what supposedly is coming. Okay, so that's a good thing and a bad thing for us. It's a good thing because we have players for that. It's a bad thing because Puyol probably won't be effective no more. Also, Fernando probably won't be effective anymore. 80 pace is still really good, but we're probably going to want to go faster now. With Eder Militao, with Van de Ven, we have it already, so we're in a good place because we did Evos. So that kind of bailed us out. We got very, very lucky there, okay? The next big thing that's coming, you know how all week I've been talking about, man, you know, 15-0, we've been cooking, and it's all because, you know, we finesse shot without green beaning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they are now nerfing the finesse badge. Now, I want to talk to you guys about this because this really makes me upset. And I like I said, again, bro, I don't want to make rant videos and stuff, but I do want to say this, and EA, hopefully you're listening. When you introduced play styles, you shouldn't be able to nerf them. You shouldn't be able to nerf them, right? When you make your video game and it goes through the process of you guys testing your video game in the office, you shouldn't be able to, I mean, you can because it's your company, it's your game, you do what you want, but you shouldn't do this to us because I'm going to explain why. I did Pedro Neto for one reason and one reason only, the play style. And now that you're completely nerfing this play style, I would have never done this card. Also, I sunk money into Marmousse because Marmousse had 94 pace and also a finesse badge. So I sunk coins into him. What I'm trying to say is it's not just the finesse. There's people who have sunk coins into Trivela players. There's people that sink coins into a SBC for a playstyle. And when you nerf that playstyle without any heads up, it really, really hurts the people that are playing your video game. Because now Pedro Neto is nowhere near on George Best's level. And now I just have a fodder card on the bench because y'all decided to 4 days after Pedro Neto comes out to nerf his best play, his only good play style, his only gold play style. You've nerfed that, and it really, I think, in my opinion, affects the community in a negative way. It doesn't benefit anybody. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, were finesse shots overpowered? Probably. Were Trivela's overpowered in the beginning of FC? Probably. Yeah, probably all of those things are overpowered. But here's the biggest problem, EA, is that you're nerfing play styles when the most overpowered thing in your video game is the first time through balls. You know what I'm talking about? 4-4-1-1, center mid plays it to the cam, put the striker on a run. The moment it gets to the cam, over the top it over the back line, and now the striker's in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Well, guess what? You just made it so center backs can't catch up to strikers. That's what you're doing in the patch. Center backs cannot catch up to strikers, and you haven't nerfed the first time patch over the top. This is something that needed to be addressed the first week of this video game. But instead of addressing the thing that affects most of us, you're nerfing play styles. That to me kind of does my mind in because, see, nerfing a play style, you hurt someone's market card or a card that they did a play style with. Nerfing an over-the-top through ball pass, you're not really nerfing any cards. It could make the value of this card come down a little bit because she has the over-the-top, but any player in this video game can have 20 passing. If you do the make your striker go on a run, pass in first time, any player can do it. These players with this badge do it more effectively, but any player can do it. So what I'm trying to say to you is, EA is more focused on nerfing play styles than they are actually fixing the really broken mechanics. The most broken mechanics are when people go into 95 aggression, how powerful the team is pushing up and how much pressure they can put on. That's super overpowered. The tackles from behind that are no fouls, that's super broken and overpowered. They haven't fixed that. And the over the tops, they haven't fixed. Instead, we've now nerfed Trivela playstyle, and now we're nerfing finesse playstyle. So when you really sit down and think about it, EA, you know, you're nerfing a lot of the long shot stuff, and then you're forcing people to play this over, you're pretty much forcing this over the top, because what you're doing is you're now taking center backs down, right? Center backs can't catch up to strikers. You're taking Trivelas away and finesse shots away. So how do you want us to play? Well, you want us to over the top it to Mbappe on the first time and let Mbappe run on the center backs and nobody can catch him. That's pretty much where the game's going. So again, I'm not mad at EA. I'm not like, oh, I hate this game. Nothing like that. I'm just simply telling you guys like this. There needs to be a better way that you evaluate playstyles. Because if you release the game in October, September, and you give people these playstyles and people start building into these playstyles, and then all of a sudden the next day you nerf the playstyles, you have really, really sunk a lot of people's teams into certain cards. I mean, we can go on for days, lads. I did Marmoush because of a finesse shot. I did Pedro Neto because of a finesse shot, 100%. I'm not lying to you guys. I bought King Kenny because of a finesse shot. All of these things are true. I started to play, and again, I didn't do any of these cards. I got lucky and packed them. But had I bought Puyol, had I bought Fernando, I bought them because they could keep up to Mbappe. But now here's the truth. I knew that was broken. See, I knew that was broken. So that's my fault. I felt that was broken. I knew eventually EA would fix how fast center backs are. Like, slow center backs shouldn't be keeping up with strikers. And I don't know if it's actually going to be fixed or if they're just saying they're fixing it, but that's true. That needs to be fixed. So that's something that gets fixed and you understand that. But the finesse, I thought that's the way EA wanted the game. I didn't think they were really going to go out and, you know, because they're not going in 100% of the time. It's not like something that's extremely broken where everyone is running just finesse shot players. If you look at most pro players teams, they run, rather than a finesse shot player on the right, they're running actually Henson so they can Trivela green time Trivelas. That's more what they're doing. You don't see as many people doing the finesse. So I didn't think that was really going to get taken down because I thought they liked it where it was at. But hey, now we got to turn around, lads. I sat here yesterday in front of y'all, made this whole video about how King Kenny was this awesome card. Well, I'm going to get out of him before his price tanks anymore. Before this patch comes out and everybody completely turns away from finesse shots, I got to turn away from it. Now I feel terrible because yesterday I made a video hyping him up. Some of y'all might have went out and bought him to try him. And now all of a sudden it's like, yo, he got nerfed. And I just want to apologize, lads. I did not know this was going to happen. If you bought this card because of me, I truly am sorry. I would never do this to you guys, man. I legit did not know this patch was coming out because I would have never had him neither, bro. I would have never picked him up, right? So I do massively apologize for that one, lads. That card is now officially gone. And yeah, man, we have to drop the finesse Neto, unfortunately, because that's coming. So I'm gonna be ahead of the curve and just try to get myself to a place where I'm not focused on that badge, right? That play style. And that's one thing that people will say, hey, Skills, you should have never focused on that play style. And I agree with you guys. I fully agree with you. You know, I was playing that play style because but that, you know, you go with the meta, dude. You go with what you think is effective. And that's why I was playing into that finesse shot because it worked heavily for me. But now with the nerf, I got to figure out the team. Now the team's not going to be easy to figure out for sure, lads, because now all of a sudden, I think we have to go back to Pedro Porro, because that way we can get Camon Van der Veen. Because remember, lads, if they do nerf these slower center backs, I really want fast center backs. We know Eder Militao is a beast, and we know Van der Veen's a beast, and he's very fast. So now we have super fast center backs, which I'm very happy with. But we need to find a way to get more icons into this starting 11 if we want to get full chemistry on our players. With that being said, I think we can go back to Makelele. I don't really want to use Makelele if I'm being truly honest with y'all. But we could go back to Makelele, probably go to the market and try to find myself a midfielder that could play. This Corneta card might become super valuable now. 84 pace. This might become a this might be a card that everybody should keep their eyes on, all right, lads? Because this might be a center back that really, really changes things for everybody. Again, the difference between 80, 81 to 84, it's not a big difference. Let's be 100% real with you. But I mean, when you... Every pace is going to count if they actually do what they're saying they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So I now need to like play around with this team to figure out how I can make this work, because all of a sudden, if I can't use Fernando and Puyol, I'm in a really, really tough place, man. So it becomes very hard, man. This becomes very hard. Do we take our 2 million coins and invest in a really fast center back? Are we gonna have to be done with Ruffle, who's an unbelievable center mid, to be honest with you? But I might have to drop her. I can go back to Z Roberto, who will give a little bit of chemistry here like this. This kind of helps us out a lot. It benefits us a lot more. If I take him out, what's she on? She goes down to 2. If I go Bundesliga, do I have enough, or does it have to be Egyptian? Egyptian, I don't believe there is an Egyptian manager. All right, so let me read this to y'all. The following title, Update 7, is now planned to update to continue to focus on the community's feedback, included but not limited to. All right, so here are the few things that they are touching on. All right, so first thing is ground pass speed. So I don't know if that means they're gonna adjust it in a faster way or a slower way. I'm hoping it's a faster way so the gameplay's quicker. Players without the ball catching up to dribblers regardless of their pace difference. So I think that means that they are gonna knock down center backs from catching up to fast strikers. Keeper positioning, I don't know what that means, but I guess they're changed the way maybe goalkeepers are gonna become stronger. Finesse shot play style balance. So there's the finesse shot nerf. AI defending interceptions. I don't know if they're lowering that or upping that. Let's hope it goes down so it's more manual defending, in my opinion. I hope that happens. Tackle backs. I don't know if that's the tackle from the backs. We're gonna hope that, I just talked about that. Hopefully that's getting addressed right now. Hopefully the tackles from the back are getting addressed, because it should be a foul and they don't get fouls. Assisted shooting. And then it says lace and finesse shots. Assisted shooting. I don't know what that, I don't know if they're gonna up the weight. I don't know what that one means. The tackles in the back sound great. The AI defending interceptions, I don't know if hopefully it gets nerfed a little bit, because I think AI defending is crazy, but hopefully it gets nerfed. Finesse shots, it is what it is. I cried about it already. We moved on. Keeper positioning. I don't know. I thought the keepers were pretty good, but maybe they need to be cool with that. Players catching up with the ball. We talked about that already. I think that's something that needs to happen. Mbappe should not be getting called up by a 75 rated Puyol, let's be honest. And then ground passes, I really hope that this, like I said, speeds up the game. So with that being said, now that we're back over here, everyone, we kind of understand what it is, what it's going to be, and what's coming. So I am completely untradeable right now, fully. I'm fully untradeable right now, lads. And the reason I went fully untradeable is because I don't really want any cards invested when this new change is about to happen, right? Actually, I'm not fully untradeable. She can be sold, but she doesn't have anything that's going to affect her in the patch. She should still stay amazing, because you don't really have her for shooting. So with that being said, I just need to find a way, lads, to make sure I get myself onto full chemistry. It's going to be very, very difficult to do, if I'm being fully honest with you. My game froze, so I kind of got to put it back together like this, but it is going to be a little bit hard for me to get full chemistry. I could play, like we talked about already, we could play with Marmousse on 2. That could be a solid option. I was ready already, lads, if I'm being honest with you. I was ready to let my boy Jude Bellingham go either way. So I guess I could just play Z Roberto right there, no problem. But I'm just trying to figure out a way to get myself to full chemistry, and I'm not really seeing it. If any of you guys can let me know in the comments down below how I can do this. Again, I'm just not seeing a way. I guess I could play with 2 players on. I guess I could play like this. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm not really changing much. The only thing that low-key might change, lads, without like, I'm not even joking when I say this. The only thing that low-key might change is the 4-4-1-1, right? Because if that over-the-top through ball becomes something that's very, very strong, it is something that we might have to look into. I'm assuming center backs are going to go, so I think I'm going to let McManaman, because I can't get Chem unless I played Holland. I think if I played Holland, I get Chem. Let me see. Nah, I don't. I actually don't get Chem either way. I just don't have enough icons. It becomes hard without Fernando and Puyol, lads. It becomes very hard without Fernando and Puyol. Very, 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 very hard without them. Unless I play Puyol as a midfielder. I could test them for the upcoming week. Nah, it's still off. Yeah, so McManaman has to leave. So we'll go ahead and sell McManaman, who's actually been a stud. I freaking loved McManaman. I'm actually pretty sad about it. But for me to be able to get Chem, I got to let some players go. McManaman's price, I think, has gone up. if I'm right. I could be wrong, but I think his price has gone up 185, and I bought him at, what did I get him at? I got him at 138. I freaking love this card. I really don't want to let it go. This card's so good, lads. So good. Very, very good card right here. So we'll go ahead like this, list them up as well, see if we can sell them. That's another one gone. All this because of the patch, by the way. Only card that's sellable on our team now is Theo Hernandez and the Barca girl. Everyone else it's full chemistry with Puyol in there, obviously with Puyol. If I go like this, it's still not full chemistry, but we could sell Theo Hernandez. I don't really want to do that, but we could do it. So lads, this is where we are, man. We are fully untradeable except for 2 cards. And it sucks, man. It sucks, but hopefully it makes the game better. And I'm all for the game getting better, man. Hopefully the gameplay becomes a lot more enjoyable and fun. I don't know how they haven't nerfed over-the-top through balls. I think that should have been the first thing nerfed. I think we talked about that a lot already. But this is where I'm at, lads. If you got finesse shot cards that are sellable, sell them. I got really unlucky having to do Marmousse. The one thing is Marmousse is still a really good striker. We got to just use him as what he is, you know, pace, and just get into the box, and hopefully the finesse shot still works well in the box when the patch does happen. But this is where we're at with our starting 11. I don't know if I'm going to keep Puyol as a midfielder. I got Puyol, I got Makaleli, so we can go either which way. We're fine either way. Probably go Makaleli, to be fair. We'll go like this, and then if this is not good enough, we could buy a midfielder for team of the week or team of the year. Anyways, guys, I just want to say I'm very sorry if you bought King Kenny because of me. I'm very sorry if you did Marmousse because of me. I'm very sorry if you did Neto because of me. I made a video on Neto. I made a video on Marmousse. I made a video on King Kenny. They were amazing cards. They were my favorite cards. They were my starting 11. You guys saw it. They were cards that I was having a lot of fun with, 15-0, just having a blast. And EA has nerfed them. So I was very invested in the finesse shot playstyle. They've nerfed that playstyle, so we had to go ahead and rage sell some cards, man. But hopefully EA does more testing of their game before they drop it, so that way they don't have to nerf playstyles too much going forward. But that really sucks, man, when you invest into an SBC and then it gets nerfed. It really, really stinks. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, man. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one where we make more adjustments to the starting 11 because it's about to get crazy with this new patch. I don't know when it's out, but it's coming soon.